Welcome back to the channel. Thank you so much for checking out this video. I hope you're having a fantastic day. As always, hope you're looking forward to a great holiday weekend with friends and family. Stay safe in the Northeast if you're traveling tomorrow. It looks like it's going to be kind of nasty. Folks, big, big news drop today. Big news. By the way, shout out to the 19. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe to the channel if you are enjoying the content. It really, really does help a lot, and I do appreciate it. So, big news. Original commits, one of the original commits to Unrivaled, the greatest women's basketball league to ever exist. And I can say that before a game is even played. Unfortunately, there may be some headwinds, folks. There may be some headwinds. Kelsey Plum has put on her Instagram account, I've decided to not take part in the inaugural season of Unrivaled in order to take some more time for myself this off season. I appreciate the league understanding and being so accommodating. I wish the league and all of the players nothing but the best, and I'm excited to watch. Wow. Wow. Okay, so this got me. Actually, I was tagged. Shout out to I'm not even gonna say all that. Uh, Mike Island 125. Um, it looks like girlfriend's name who was Hawaiian. But anyway, that's another another topic for discussion another day. Um, do you guys think more will drop out, especially with Clark not playing? I do want this league to do well. Well, as I said here, I don't know how she can be allowed to just drop out now. This close to the start of the season, the teams are set. She was one of the first commits. Are there no contracts? Can players decide to skip games in the middle of the season to take vacations or whatnot? Obviously, I'm being very sarcastic and tongue in cheek with that. But the last question is there no professionalism at all? To me, it's a very, very good point on this topic. We have a new professional basketball league, lots of big time investors, big time people involved, media rights deals for television and on and on and on. Are you telling me? Oh, and don't forget also, if I remember correctly, equity, folks, equity in the league for all the players that play the first season as well. Are you going to tell me that there were no contracts signed? That players at this late date, we are what? Less than 2 months from the start of the season in terms of games. Are you telling me players can just drop out at any time? Now, I will say, it gets a little wild trying to go through all the different replies on everything that's said. So I'm going to go into my notifications. Um, Come on now, the podcast, and I even shouted about on here. Seemed to be the only one that it was that was as riled up as myself about this, not making excuses. Now, look, to that point, let me just say, I'm going to take a minute to just go a little soft on this, like my buddy Ben Daniel did on his video. Hey Ben, shout out. I'm just giving him a hard time. It's a really good video. You should check it out as well. But and hey, I only say that because he said it to me. We were kind of going back and forth on this. But anyway, look, if there is a serious issue, a serious issue, life issue with, health, illness, whatever it might be, okay, I get it. I think something should probably be put out considering what has been going on with the WNBA and everything we've seen from them, the unprofessionalism and everything that's going on with Unrivaled. This is a terrible look, as I have said. Um, for Unrivaled, that a player, especially a player of Kelsey Plum's stature in the league, by the way, don't forget, for those of you who don't know, it was Kelsey Plum's scoring record that Caitlin Clark broke, the NCAA scoring record. Okay, this is not just anybody. This is an Olympic gold medalist. This is an all-star. This is one of the best players in the league. As Come On Now says, this is women's basketball 101. Can't be taken seriously. She was one of the first players to commit. She was commit number 6 listed. This is honestly the most ridiculous crap I've ever heard. This league would be better off having 3 more quit than filling 3 slots with scrubs. And to that point, I will say, and this is, hey, they can thank Caitlin Clark for this, as crazy as it sounds. If you remember, this was going to be a 6-team league with 30 players, 5 to a team. As it got closer and closer and they began to panic because they know they need Caitlin Clark, they bumped it up to 36 players, and now it's 6 per team, but it's only 3v3. You don't need 6 players. Of course, they only got 34. So what he's saying here is, get 3 to quit, and you go down to 30, and you're where you would have been anyway. Now you can go with 33 and just have 3 teams with 5. The only thing there is, and it looks, hey, based on what I'm seeing from the unprofessionalism of this league, it looks like they could do it. They could get back together and reshuffle all the rosters, because it's fine to have 5 players, but the makeup of the team, to just remove Kelsey Plum, seems a little unfair to her team and to keep the roster as is. But to Come On Now's point, we already know, they said this was like for the top players of the WNBA. We already know by the rosters. No hate or shade to any of the players, but these are not the top 30 players. And you can't keep scraping. You've got a lot of talent that is already committed to playing overseas. So what is out there? I believe Kennedy Carter is out there. That's a possibility. We're talking about the same position in shooting guard. Of course, that would, oh, unless my mind is gone completely, I believe that would put Mabry and Carter back on the same team, reunited, and it feels so good. Oh, but I want to go through, because I had to laugh because I was thrilled to see somebody getting it like I was. Um, Wonder if she had Derica Hamby's back or not. Probably not. And Hamby didn't miss a day of work while she got tossed by Vegas. Pregnancy is tougher than anything Plum is going through, because a lot of people alluded this to being Plum's divorce, which I believe was actually a while ago. She wasn't married very long anyway. And as I had pointed out in one point when someone had mentioned that, it said, you know what? Me, you listening, we go through life stuff too. We go through it all. We have the ups and the downs, and we have the tough times, and we have those times where just everything seems like it's going wrong, and those times you can't get out of bed, and relationship issues and work issues and all that. But we don't get to just say, you know what? Not this year. I'm not feeling it. I'm just going to skip everything. No, it doesn't work that way. And it come out now says it's. And by the way, and I did a video on it a while back, she did not stick up for Derica Hamby. In fact, there was a video of her, Asia Wilson, and I believe Candace Parker, at the time that the ruling was handed down, where Hammond got the 2-game suspension for, the issue, but not really the issue. And of course, they were defending Becky Hammond, closing ranks with the Mean Girls Club, and Kelsey Plum was a part of that. Has Come On Now says, here's unprofessional as blank. And this is the same broad. Go get him. He said broad, not me. The same broad who said she wants equal treatment to NBA players. F out of here. I'm sure she signed a contract. There's no way she didn't. This is ridiculous. If I'm an investor, I am suing her. To that point, the equal treatment thing is true in that Kelsey Plum, I think this was actually in 2023, where she talked about that she wanted the players to get the same percentage of revenue share as the NBA. Of course, at the time, the NBA is making what, 10 billion plus a year in revenue. The WNBA is like 150, 160 million at the time, maybe upwards of 200 million. But that revenue did not actually turn a profit. They lost millions, whereas the NBA turns a profit. But she still thinks that they should put more money in the player's pocket when the league is not making money at all. And to that point about the investors, look, yeah, I mean, I don't think this league does anything without Caitlin Clark. But setting that aside, the name players in the league that could be a draw, Kelsey Plum is right up there. She's one of them. You take out Caitlin Clark, right? League of Her Own, as we all know. Good movie, by the way. Not a big Tom Hanks fan myself, but he was fantastic. Gina Davis was fantastic. But great movie. Go see it if you like sports movies. But I say I completely lost my train of thought. Now I'm going to go down a sports movie uh, rabbit hole. Uh, oh, but anyway, Caitlin Clark is in a league of her own in the whole marketing pull. But in terms of name recognition outside of Caitlin Clark in the WNBA, Kelsey Plum is as up there as anybody. Okay. This is, in terms of what is in the Unrivaled League, removing Kelsey Plum is a big deal. And he said in response to, see, there was somebody, I don't like calling out just regular old, what do they call now? Randos on Twitter. And, because I'm not like, oh, go get them. But come on now, here's responding to someone who was telling me that this isn't actually work and it's no big deal. And anyway, the amount of money that seemingly be committed to this, damn right, it's work. Yeah, she committed to playing professional basketball in a new league. That is work. Commitments are contracts. You get sued for breach of contract. They literally created this league to not go overseas to play. That was what they said. So you don't just get to say, no, I don't feel like it at the last minute, by the way. Maybe they let her out. But if they don't have contracts, that's crazy, which is to my point, which again goes back to the unprofessionalism. These are very entitled people living in a bubble. They didn't earn what they're getting with this league and this opportunity, so they don't really have any true investment or commitment into it because they keep getting handed everything. But this is wild. But again, if this is something really, really serious in terms of, a health issue or with the family or something like that, okay, I get it. But outside of that, if it's just, I'm just kind of not feeling it. I want to take some more time off. I'm not ready to play basketball again, even though, of course, the WNBA is only a 4-month season to begin with. Yeah, then that's not a good look at all. It's not a good look for Kelsey Plum. It's not a good look for Unrivaled. It's not a good look for the players in Unrivaled. It's not a good look for the future and the management and ownership. Nafisa Collier and Brianna Stewart, do they have no control over their league? Do they not have a vision as to what they want it to be other than, hey, we're women basketball players in 2024. Give us stuff. Because that's not going to fly anymore. Man, I know you're staring at a screen. I didn't have much video for you. I'll see if I can put something on it. So maybe you are seeing something here of like Caitlin Clark highlights or something. But anyway, let me know your thoughts in the comments below. I had another video ready to go. I actually had one ready to go ahead of time. So probably get that tomorrow. I'd tell you what it's about if I could remember, but I can't right now. But it is ready. But let me know your thoughts in the comments below. What do you think the issue is? What do you think the way it's handled? That you would just put that out there. By the way, I think this is something Unrivaled should have jumped on and had an explanation and ready to go and a plan to say, hey, Kelsey Plum is not going to be participating. Here's the reason. And it could even say, hey, it's something very private that she's going through that she may discuss in a later date, but here's what we're doing as a league. Boom, boom, boom. Here's how it's going to look. Here's how the rosters are going to look. We are getting players or we're not getting players or we're shuffling rosters or whatever it is. But boom, that should have been done right away. It was not because it is not a professionally run basketball league. But let me know your thoughts in the comments below. Thank you so much for checking out this video. Really do appreciate it. Have an absolutely wonderful Thanksgiving. If you were not in America, or I should say, if you were not an American, you're overseas, just enjoy your Thursday. And I appreciate you listening as well. It's very cool to have people listening from all over the place. I'm going to leave it there. Thank you so much. And I will talk to you later.